Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm continuing phonology here and grammatical concepts too. So for morphology is the branch of grammar which studies the structure of words. What is a morpheme? Morpheme is the minimal unit of meaning or grammatical function that is the central concern of morphology. So morphology is a wider term and morpheme is a minimal unit of the wider term. The teacher restructured the final exam. So here restructure and ed. So we cut the word into three parts, into three minimal units. Okay. So if you see the minimal unit re meaning standing for again. Minimal unit structure. And the meaning of that is, as usual, it is a structure. Now ed is the minimal unit of the grammatical function that determines the tense of the sentence. Now let us break down the morphology. Morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning. Free morphemes, words that can stand alone, also called base words like jump, run, daylight, the, of. These can stand alone. Bound morphemes combined with other morphemes to make a word. So it can be prefix, suffix, roots combining forms. Prefixes coming before the base word or root. Suffixes come after the base word or the root and can be broken into inflections and derivations. So what are roots? Roots are words that carries the principal portion of the meaning, usually Latin in origin, may or may not stand alone. Now let's see morpheme versus phoneme. A phoneme is a phonological unit, normally a sound with contrastive value, which means replacing one sound with the other in a word can change the word's meaning. So pit and bit. So the words have changed. Now morpheme versus syllable. The word lady can be divided into two syllables, lady. But it consists of just one morpheme because a syllable has nothing to do with the meaning. The word disagreeable can be divided into 5 syllables. Disagreeable. But it consists of only 3 morphemes. Dis plus agree plus able. The word books contains only one syllable, but it contains 2 morphemes. Book plus. Notice the morpheme has grammatical meaning, means it changes the word into plural form. Let us see complementary distribution. Allomorphs or morphs in complementary distribution, that is, they are never found in identical context. The choice of allomorph used in a given context is normally based on the properties of the neighboring sounds. Example, the third person singular verb suffix and the plural nominal suffix s in English. Now, let's see what are negative morphemes. Negative morphemes can be with in or im. So the first one is impossible, so im. Then morph 2 is indecent. And then we have incomplete. All are negative morphemes. Classification of morphemes. Morphemes can be classified in various ways. Free or bound, root or affix, inflectional or derivational. Now let's see free and bound morphemes. We can divide the word reader into read and er. However, we cannot split read into smaller morphemes, can we? This means that the word read is itself a single morpheme. A morpheme which can stand alone as a word is called a free morpheme. By contrast, er has to combine with the other morphemes, so it is a bound morpheme. Root, stem and affix. Affixes are bound morphemes which attach to roots or stems. What is a stem? A root plus affix makes a stem. What is a root? The basic morpheme which provides the central meaning in a word is called a root. Base. Linguists sometimes use the word base to mean any root or stem to which an affix can be attached. In this example, nature, natural and unnaturally would all be considered as bases. Bound root morphemes. All morphemes are bound or free. Affixes are bound morphemes. Root morphemes can be bound or free. Now, in the word receive, sieve was once a word in Latin to means to take. But in modern English, it is no longer a word, so it is not a free morpheme. I have given 2-3 examples for your reference below. You can go through this. Now coming to examples for bound root. Latin root, suppose viv or vit, meaning life or to live. So revive, vitamin, vital, vivacious, vivid all have a central meaning related to life. Now let's see inflectional and derivational morphemes. Affixes can be divided into inflectional morphemes and derivational morphemes. This reflects two major morphological processes. Inflectional morpheme do not change grammatical category of the base to which they are attached. They do not change the meaning of the base, they only carry relevant grammatical information. Example, plural form. Thus, book will be books. The meaning remains the same. Derivational morphemes form new words. Suppose we use the word kind and a new word is formed unkind. So, the meanings are different. You can go through these examples for your reference. This table gives you examples of derivational affixes. You can pause the video and go through each one of this in detail for your exam purpose. Derivational morphemes are used to create new lexical items, lexemes. Inflectional morphemes only contribute to the inflectional paradigm of the lexemes, which lists all the word forms of that lexeme. So the summary is that words are composed of morphemes. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit. Morphemes can be classified into free morphemes, bond morphemes, roots and affixes, inflectional and derivational. The concept of morpheme is important in explaining word formation processes. In English, the most central and productive word formation processes are compounding and affixation. Compounding refers to the word formation process of combining two free morphemes, and affixation refers to the word formation process of adding affixes to the roots. Major word formation processes: affixation or derivation and compounding. Compounding has two types: endocentric compounds, exocentric compounds. Now what is affixation? Affixation involves adding affixes to a root morpheme or a stem to derive a new word. Derivation, like teach becomes teacher. So, or else to realize certain grammatical functions like changing the plural like boy to boys. An affix is a bound morpheme. There are 4 types of affixes. They are prefix, suffix, infix and circumfix. What is compounding? Compounding is a word formation process consisting of combining 2 or more roots to form a compound. Air plus meal, air meal. Air plus force, air force. You can go through all the words now. Endocentric compounds. Semantically, an endocentric compound indicates a subgrouping within the class of entities that the head denotes. Thus, a schoolboy is a kind of boy. A bedroom is a kind of room. A teapot is a kind of pot. Now, exocentric compounds, examples: pickpocket. It is not a pocket, but a person who picks things out of others' pockets illegally. Blue collar, laptop, blockhead, turncoat. So, these are indirect words. Minor word formation processes other than the ones which we saw now: initialism and acronyms, clipping, blending, back formation, words from proper names. So what is clipping? Involves the type of word formation device in which only part of the stem is retained. The beginning may be retained as in lab for laboratory, the end as in phone for telephone, or flu from influenza. These are some examples for clipping. You can go through each one of them. What is blending? A blend may be defined as a new lexeme built from parts of two or more words, or a word plus a part of another word. Brunch, breakfast plus lunch. Smog, smoke plus smog. Similarly, words formed in this way are called blends. Blending is equal to clipping plus compounding. Now, more examples of blending are Oxford plus Cambridge, Oxbridge. Motor plus hotel, motel. You can go through each one of this by pausing the video. Now, back formation. Which word is older? Which word do we have first? Donate, donation. Edit, editor. Daydream, daydreamer. Apt, inept. So this is called back formation. Back formation is the making of a new word from an older word which is mistakenly thought to be its derivative. It involves a shortening of a longer word by cutting away an imagined or supposed derivational suffix. The word edit is often cited as an example of back formation. In other words, edit is not the source of editor, as dive is not the source of diver, which is the expected derivational pattern, rather the opposite in the case. Edit in the sense to prepare for publication, first recorded in 1793. Comes from editor, first recorded in 1712 in the sense one who edits. You may go through more examples of back formation. Some of them I have given here. You can pause the video and go through each of them. Words from proper nouns. Another minor word formation is the creation of new words from proper nouns. Proper nouns, people's names, names of places, book names, etc. A good example for this is the word sandwich. It originates from John Montagu, 1892, fourth Earl of Sandwich. He was so fond of gambling that he would not leave the gambling table to have a proper meal. He was said to eat while playing. Later, people used his name to refer to all similar foods. Syntax. Syntax studies the organization of words into phrases and phrases into sentences. So these are some important topics to be covered. I hope these were helpful to you all. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
So we will learn about vowels in our next vlog. So hope this will be useful for you for your exam, and I have done some research and summarized in a short form, so you can also about each of these in detail. Thank you so much and have a good